Good morning, YouTube. How are you this morning? I'm alright. Doing a little bit better than I was a couple hours ago. I'm getting closer to getting better. I hope. I'm tired of complaining about how bad I feel. I am in Chatham, Virginia. And at Columbia Forest Products. They got 46,000 pounds of hardwood plywood on board. It's what they make the interiors of custom cabinets out of. So that's kind of interesting. Got up at 6, pedal farted around the truck, and then got up, pulled the truck up to the fuel island, bought fuel, went to the bathroom, and took off on the wild adventure to find out how to get to this place without wasting too many miles. I ended up driving still 40 miles out of route, going down through Winston-Salem and cutting around across and coming back up because there was no legal truck route to get here other than that way. I stopped at the Pilot on US 29 in Virginia just as I was coming up, bought some orange juice, a couple of things, and then got over here at 10 o'clock. 5 minutes before I got here, I got a message saying my appointment was 10:30. Whether that was Providence or just an accident, I got no idea. When I went in and just pulled up the gate. The guard asked me what time my appointment is. I said, they just now told me it was 10:30. She said, hold on. And they called me in, so I had to pull her in, turn around, come out, and then back into this covered loading area. I guess I stood there about 15-20 minutes, staring at the guys on the forklifts who were having a chit-chat conversation about something, I don't know. And then they finally stopped talking. One guy jumped on his forklift, started grabbing stuff, and started putting it on my trailer. Didn't even have the common courtesy. This is the South to say, good morning, how are you? So I could say, I'm fine, how are you? That's how we do things down here. This guy's obviously a Yankee, don't belong down here. Hell, I don't know. He didn't say 2 words to me. He put he actually put 20 bundles double stacked on the trailer, and then went and grabbed a plastic machine, lifted it up there, and just kind of left it up there like I knew exactly what the hell to do. Of course, once I saw it, I knew what to do. I'd never been here before. So I jumped up on the load, ran across, grabbed the plastic, put it down, and he cut it and drove off and never saw him again. I was like, thanks. So from the time he drove off, it took me about 20 minutes to get all the straps on, get them tightened down, and get it ready to go, and then dig my tarps out. Just as I was getting my tarps out of the side box, he came back, and I said, would you be kind enough to put my tarps up on there? He said, sure, I'd be happy to. He picked them up with a forklift, put them up on there. I jumped up on it, pulled them off the leaks. He said, that's the way to do it, and then drove off. And I said, thank you, and he didn't even say you're welcome. I'm telling you. I don't know. He probably wasn't much younger than me, maybe 5-10 years. He ought to have some damn manners. Oh well, can't teach manners anymore. Maybe he was upset because I interrupted his conversation, so he had to do his job. God forbid. Well, it took me about another 45 minutes after that to get the tarps rolled out, get them laid out, make them purty, and all that. And I did make them purty. It's purty. And just as I was finishing the making purdy part and getting ready to start putting the bungees on, another Maverick pulled up. And I guess he's supposed to load too, but he's got a different appointment time or whatever. They made him go away. He didn't get to come in. He was denied. He had to go back up and pull around and park in a little pull-off they got. He was still back here last time I checked. I'm going to do one more walk around here quick before I left. I'm on my 30-minute break. That'll give me 8 hours to get out and get down. And Jill died in Winston-Salem. She don't want to work no more. She still thinks she's in Winston-Salem. I think she committed suicide least digital mental suicide, because I didn't go the way she wanted 3 times in a row. She kept telling me, do this, do this, do this. And I kept saying, no, 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 I'm going this way. Because she had to get on 158 and then get on something business 40 and then get on something and go a long way around. And diesel, and I agreed, we're just taking on US 158. It cut like 40 miles off the trip. Why she didn't want to do it, I don't know. She's real temperamental. And actually, the program that runs behind her, which is Co-Pilot by PC Myler, that thing's always been a temperamental piece of junk. I mean, it's good. It's generally accurate. More accurate than some of those. Hell, in my opinion, it's more accurate than Rand McNally times. But it's got 2 major flaws. One, I don't think they've updated the core maps in about, I don't know, 5 or 10 years. Maybe 5 years. You see, the message light thing went off, and she didn't say anything. She's having a mental breakdown. She's overloaded or something. Her GPS is working overtime trying to figure out where she's at. She's locked up. About 3 or 4 minutes, she'll say, you have a new important message. But, it was an actual nice drive. I drove by Mount Pilot, and I got some really nice pictures as I was going by. And it was real foggy and really pretty. The sun didn't come out till about an hour ago. So, I got it all done. I'm going to head that way. I'm going to go north and take the state route up across the Appalachian. Which means I'll probably be crawling since this thing is heavy. And get up and cut across. Don't know where I'm going to sleep. I haven't figured that one out yet. But I will. And we will talk later. Good evening, YouTube. How are you? I am doing pretty good. I am feeling better. I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty close. I think I figured it out. I picked up something from someone either at my delivery in Houston or my picking up in Diebold, Texas, where I picked up that insulation. Because it was shortly after that, about maybe a half an hour, where I started to feel kind of off. And it was a couple hours later till the sore throat started. I picked up something, I don't know what it was. Maybe it was a strain of the flu or whatever, but I never got the flu part. I think the activity, the humidity, and everything else, it went into bronchitis, and now it's turned into walking pneumonia. That usually lasts about 10 days, and I'm almost at the end of that 10 days. So I'm hoping that it'll all go away here in the next couple of days. I am in Mount Sterling, Kentucky at Pilot, and I was just waving at a Maverick driver. There are 5 Mavericks here, including me. 3 of us are loaded, 2 flatbeds in the glass, and there are 2 flatbeds that are empty. And the guy that we just waved at is a flatbedder driving. He's loaded right across from me. I made it here with about 40 minutes left on my 14-hour clock. Today, Pilot just happened to be lucky. I would have chosen any truck stop today, as far as I could get. The next truck stop or rest area from me is almost 70 miles down the road. So I lucked out. There was a Pilot here, and then there's a no-name Shell truck stop on the other side of the freeway that had a completely empty parking lot, but I wanted to check the Pilot first, and I got here. And there were 2 parking spaces open, neither one of which I could have got into with the split axle. So I went ahead and got a reserve spot. I didn't pre-order it. I just parked and walked inside and paid for it. I would rather park here and pay, so I can go take a shower and get something to eat than go to the other place and not be able to get either one, because it didn't have a restaurant, and of course definitely didn't have showers. It's just a shell with a huge parking spot in the back for maybe 30 or 40 trucks. So I got to a good location. I got as far as I could get today. I hauled butt as best I could. The drive through the western part of Virginia into West Virginia and now into Kentucky was not bad. I had some trepidations about driving the state highways through Virginia. I mean, I took a U.S. highway up and then cut across on Virginia 40, and I was half expecting it to be bad, but it wasn't. I mean, it was a 2-lane road and through the hills, and there were places where I was only pushing 30 miles an hour, and lots of twists and turns, but it wasn't too bad. I've driven worse roads. I've driven worse roads in Texas, ones that didn't have any shoulders at all, and this one really didn't have any, but at least had about a foot of asphalt on either side of the outside of the yellow lines. So it was a good drive, and then the rest of it was U.S. highways, 540 and 80 I-81, and then the Virginia West Virginia turnpikes, 77, 64. They were all really nice. It was a good drive. I mean, there were a few hills that the truck really struggled up. I think the lowest I got to was 24, 25 miles an hour. Tried to pull a couple of them. Some of the 7 and 8% grades. But it was a good drive. No problems. I mean, I did really, really well. I did about 380 miles in 7 hours through the mountains. So not a bad day at all. This truck actually, I've been coming to Maverick. I was kind of concerned about the automatic transmission. I mean, I've driven automatics and they're really nice to have, especially in traffic, because you don't have to sit there and shift gears every 2 seconds trying to keep up in slow moving traffic. This thing is really, really good at it. Matter of fact, I find that I have to put it in manual sometimes to keep it from shifting too much in traffic. But pulling the mountains, pulling the hills, this thing performed like a champ. Cruise control on, just watching it, keeping an eye on it, maybe occasionally helping it shift down a little bit when it wanted to stay in a higher gear too long, or going downhill, wanting to not go into a lower gear to help brake the truck. I'm impressed. I really, really am. So kudos to Maverick and the programmers for the automatic transmission. I like it. I liked it a lot. It made the drive today almost effortless. And I've driven those highways and those hills before, coming through the Appalachians, and in a 10-speed standard, and it's tough. It's tough on you. It wears you out. And so, all in all, it was a really good drive, really good day. I'm very proud of myself, to be honest. Not feeling well, and all the things that I've had to put up with this last week. Today was a good day, banner day. I got up on time, had a really good drive into places that I had never even been to that part of Virginia before, let alone that part of North Carolina, just trying to get there. On roads that years and years ago would have terrified the hell out of me in a big truck. And then getting loaded and secured and tarped in under 2 hours. I'm seriously impressed with that. That shows that I can do it. I mean, I don't know what the average securing and tarping time is for most of the guys in the company. I've been meaning to ask my FM, but I just haven't done it. And so I'm pretty proud of that. And then humping it here with minimal stops, keeping the left door shut, and still having time on the clock. And tomorrow I got about 4-hour drive to get to Chatham, Kentucky, to make the delivery. I still have to figure out where the place is. I found the place based on the original dispatch information, but the BOL has a different address. I can't remember if I mentioned that earlier or not. Maybe I did. And the new address doesn't even look like a place where you could get a truck into. And I've tried to call them, both the numbers we have. One of them's disconnected and another one doesn't even answer. It just rings and rings and rings. So I'm going to get on here this evening before I go to bed and get a really good look at the satellite photos of the two places to see which one will be my best bet. The ALMs tell me that the delivery is the address on the BOLs. And that's about 3 miles from where the dispatch dispatch location is. And the directions the company sent, because we delivered this place before, is based on the other address. So I really don't know. I'll have to find out when I get there to see what the real deal is. So I guess that's about it. I'm gonna get my stuff together, go inside, take a shower, and I don't really have much of a choice for food today. They have a Subway and a McDonald's. I'm not looking forward to that. It'll probably be Subway. I would rather eat Subway than McDonald's. Simply because Subway is healthier and than McDonald's any day of the week. So, I don't know. And then I'm going to go to bed. And I'm going to get up around, I don't know, probably 4:30 or 5 o'clock. And then take another shower if the whim strikes me. It all depends. It's nice. It's not very humid. It's kind of cool. It's in the middle 60s. So I shouldn't have to idle tonight. I might actually sleep well. And I got 2 empty spaces on either side of me for right now. How those last, I don't know. It amazes me how reluctant people are to pay to park in this kind of situation where this truck stop's completely full. They'd rather park out on the street where there's already guys out there lined up illegally along the side of the road. So I don't know, maybe it'd be a nice quiet night. God, I hope so. I could use it. So I hope you have a good night. I'm gonna try and have one too. And if you have any questions or comments, please post them below, email me, or post on TTR. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. I appreciate you watching these videos. I appreciate my new subscribers. And to every person that watches these videos, I appreciate it. I do these mostly for myself as an outlet to talk and to keep my family informed of what I'm doing. I know that they watch, but those people that are not related to me, that are watching me, that have never met me face to face, I really, really appreciate you. I guarantee that I am not in it for the 2 cents that I'm getting from YouTube when every time the video is watched 10 times. So y'all, like I said, have a great evening, and keep the shiny side up, 73s, and we'll talk tomorrow. Good night.